back with another video. It's gonna be a quick one, just a little overnighter in the Talladega National Forest at one of my favorite places. This is Sweetwater Lake, and it's right off of the Skyway motorway, which runs through the middle of Talladega National Forest, through the highest points, has the best views. Anyway, this is probably about half of a mile down the road here. I'm gonna take probably a time-lapse video of it, but I wouldn't suggest driving down it in a little passenger car. You'll have some clearance issues, but all I've got here is a Nissan Frontier. I don't have any issue at all. Any two-wheel drive truck or a SUV with clearance, decent clearance, will make it no problem. If it gets wet, you might need a four-wheel drive, but I've never tried it when it's wet. So anyway, I've got the canoe, some fishing poles. It's been really dry the past month, so there's a burn ban throughout the state of Alabama, but I've got the camping stove and some gear, so we'll be good either way. Looks like we have the lake to ourselves today, which is fantastic. Give you a shot of the lake here. Goes around the corner as well for a pretty good little ways. Not sure the actual acreage. It is a really pretty place. Let's get this canoe in the water. Fish didn't take too long. Little bass. I licked him a little bit. pliers. Really windy today, so I'm going to be fighting it. I do have my trolling motor, so it's going to help me out a lot. Save my shoulders from paddling all afternoon. Decently spotted bass. First fish of the day. Oh, come on. Lousy hook set again. Another one off that little point, all the wind blowing the bait fish into that corner maybe. That's my theory anyway. Just a little fell off, a little jerk bait. Golly, fish, come on. He did not want to be in the limelight. There's a big bluegill. Look at the color on that guy. Love catching these big bluegill. They fight pound for pound, probably better than anything else. And he completely inhaled that treble hook. There we go. Came out a lot easier than I thought. The color on his breast. Oh, stab, stab, stab. Ow, ow. Ow! Alright, I'm gonna lip him. He's got a big enough mouth. Now, what a pretty fish. Little family of wood ducks. Bass, foul hooked again. Right in the gill plate. Weird. Yeah, looks like he'd been attacked before. Sweet gum leaves are almost purple. This is part of the Pinhoti trail. marker tree maybe. I don't know, you hear so much about Indians bending the trees over for markers on the trails. Every time you see one, hey, it's a marker tree. Maybe, maybe not. Get a little exercise before I eat some food. All I've done today so far is riding the truck, which was a very good trip. Very pretty, driving through the National Forest. And sat in the canoe the rest of the day, so go ahead and get a little hike in. I think we're about past the peak of the fall colors for this year. And it's been kind of dry too, so hasn't been super colorful. The hickories always put on a show though. Bright yellow. Almost a Christmas tree, red and green. You can see the Pinhoti trail continues out through the field to the south. I believe I'm going to turn around and walk back to the truck and get kind of hungry. Alright, back on the water early this morning. Hopefully we'll catch a few. I'm going to throw some top water in that jerk bait I was catching with yesterday. I got a new fish fry recipe I want to try out if we do catch some. So stick with me. Let's get to it. Right in the boat. Just a little 8-incher. Nothing to speak of, but it is the first fish of the morning. I'll take him. This one just absolutely hammered it. What is that? That's a crappie, I believe. Big crappie. Oh my goodness. Holy cow, it's a big crappie. Look at that guy. Man. I don't know that I've ever had a crappie hit a lure so hard. I've always heard there were good crappie in here, but I never had caught any.
Really don't want to lose this fish over the side. That is a nice slab crappie. Look how thick he is. I'm gonna put him on a stringer. Big bluegill. Big enough I'm gonna put him on a stringer too. Colors on these guys are really pretty in this lake. There's one. Get it hard too. Get up. Again, about the same size. A little bigger, I guess. I got a decent little stringer this morning. Big crappie, big bluegill, and a couple of small bass, small to mid-size, but that'll make a good meal for one person. So I'm gonna go ahead and bonk them and fillet them, and then we'll put them on the to use some avocado oil just because it has a really high flash point. I want to let my oil get really good and hot before I put my fish in. Because I want it crispy, and it's only going to take these fish, as small as they are, a couple of minutes to cook anyway. So. Be really careful with this small camp stove. There we go. While that's heating up, we've got this Zatarain's New Orleans fish fry. I'm gonna put on a plate. Take that fish that's been sitting in the hot sauce and go ahead and dredge them in that flour. Hopefully that way that batter will stick really good to the fish. Every time I fry fish, that's my problem. I don't have the heat high enough, and then the batter doesn't stick well enough. So I like a crispy fish when I'm going to eat fish. This is a couple of those bass fillets here. Try to do all 4 of those bass fillets first to keep everything separated. Go ahead with this bass first. Deal with that, making a huge mess and burning myself. I believe everything's small enough I can do all 4 of those at one time. That's my goal, is to not throw my oil everywhere. let's see what kind of flavor we got going here. Hopefully there's some crunch to it. Some of that bass, first of all. And just a little hint of Frank's. Well, it's nice and crispy though. It's really good. Some bluegill here. It's got a much better flavor. And of course, it's very thin, so it's going to be crispy. That's fantastic. We'll try the crappie now. All three are good. Bass definitely least favorite, but still very edible. Not a whole lot of flavor to it, unless you just add a bunch. The bluegill is very good, but I think the crappie is gonna win the day for me. I'm gonna sit here and finish the rest of this. About to wrap it up and start on the way home. It's about noon on the second day. What I'll do is I'll drive down the Skyway motorway and park at some of the scenic views and let you guys get a good look at that. It's Highway 281. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time.